So when I posted on Instagram, I got quite a few questions about this nail polish holder. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, I don't really want to take all of my mists out of it. Actually, I can show you what it looks like because I also use it for my distress inks. So this is how it looks when it's less full anyways. I love a couple of things about this, and I'm going to tell you what they are. First of all, I love that it holds so many things in such a small footprint, and I love that it's tiered so that you can see the things in the back as well. The main reason that I love this so much, that I actually have 6 of them in my scrap room, is that they fit perfectly inside of an IKEA calyx unit. They also fit quite well, I wouldn't say perfectly, but they fit quite well in an Alex drawer unit. So I'm going to show you that. As you can see, they're perfect for holding mists, and even, you know, these bigger dilutions bottles, they fit in there quite well as well. Any size, the Heidi Swap bottles that are a little bit larger also fit. I've yet to find a mist bottle that doesn't fit it, so that's really great. You can fit 10 along this way. I think if some of your bottles are these shimmers bottles, I think you can fit 11 sometimes if there's a mixture of different brands, but it'll fit 10 for sure. So this is 80 mists that I have here. I've been using these nail polish holders lately to hold my distress inks and my distress oxides as well. So this is my entire collection of distress inks. I don't have all the colors, but I have all the colors that I like. And again, I just did a similar kind of swatching thing. I just used this one. Got some vintage photo on it, so it's kind of wrecked. I need to redo that one. But I just used a waffle flower swatching stamp set to do this. And that allows me to just see what all the colors look like when they're stamped, when they're added with water, and when they're sprinkled with water as well, especially since distress inks do react with water. So as you can see, you can fit 2 like this in each of these little channels, and then you can fit 4 across. So that means you can fit 8 per channel, and then there are 4 channels. So it'll hold plenty of distress inks. I was storing my distress inks all nested like this on their sides in a drawer. And I was having a hard time getting my fingers in to get one. And even if I left them loose enough that I could get my fingers in to get one, I would always be taking the lid from the one beside it. And it was just tricky. They would all kind of come falling out. It was really difficult to get the ones that I need. So I find that if I'm storing them sideways, I'd rather store them in 2s, so that even if I have to grab 2 at a time, it's a little bit better than having a whole bunch of them come flying out. And then these are the little mini ones. I was storing them sideways, but I just find them easier to grab this way. And again, I have a bit of the same problem where the lid from the one beside it comes along with it, but that's okay. I actually don't use these inks all that often. I'll show you how they fit in an Alex drawer as well, but I do have my distress oxides in there as well. And so you can see they obviously fit in exactly the same way, but it might be kind of interesting to see them, one that's a little bit more filled. I don't know why that one is up there, but there we go. These will also fit Liquitex inks. I took a couple of classes that they didn't really require the use of these, but you know, it's hard to not by the supplies that the teacher is using. So these Liquitex inks are amazing. They're so highly pigmented and they are very opaque when you use them. So I really love using them. They're like a paint, but they're fluid. So I really love using them. And I especially love the black. Oh, that's not the black. Wherever it is, I love using the black for splatters. I also really like using the white for splatters, although you do have to give the white a shake. And they have a really beautiful gold. They have a bright gold and a regular gold, and I like the bright gold, so that's the one that I have. So as you can see, you can fit 9 of these Liquitex inks across one of these channels. And so obviously I don't have this one completely full, but it has room to grow or room for me to store something else. For now, it's just empty. And then this one I use for my gelatos. Now, as you can see, it will fit my entire rainbow of colorful gelatos across one channel. They do fit 2 deep in one channel, so that kind of doubles how much you can have here. So I have 41 gelatos across this channel, and then I have some extra. And because if I were to leave these in here, they would flop around and eventually fall down, I've just filled the rest of this channel with various, these are shimmers, pots of paint or pigment, various different shimmers products that I got in kits for clubs that I designed for. On the back side, I have decided to keep my Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus watercolor fluids. And I kind of positioned them so that they're facing backwards, so that if I'm using these, I can bring this whole thing out to my desk and just put it backwards, and then I can see all of the colors nicely there, as opposed to trying to, you know, have to peek over these. So if I'm using my Hydrus, I'll put them out on my desk like this, and if I'm using my gelatos, I'll put them out on my desk like this. So obviously these are really versatile and will hold a lot of different products. You can fit 10 of these Nuvo Drops bottles in one channel here, so they are great for Nuvo Drops. Stickles will fit beautifully in there as well. So obviously these are super versatile. I obviously like them. I have a lot of them. But what I love about them the most is that they fit absolutely perfectly inside of a calyx unit, and they fit pretty well inside of an Alex drawer. So I'm going to show you that next. Okay, so this is my calyx unit, and here are as you can see, one of these nail polish holders fits perfectly in one of the cubby holes of the calyx unit. And also, as you can see, I actually have 2 here, and I used to have them just on the shelf normally. And what happens then is that this is all down fairly low and you can't see it past this. And what I do to get this stadium look is I actually use something that you may have in your room already. That is a Simon Says stamp card kit box, and that fits perfectly inside of a calyx. And as you can see, it gives the nail polish holder just the perfect amount of lift. It also takes up the perfect amount of space that you have room here to put this one. So it is absolutely perfect. And as you can see, I can have a look at everything that I have fairly easily. So if I put that one in there, and then I put this one in here, you can see how I can't really see the ones in back all that well. But take this out, take this one out, and then this is just like the regular Simon Says stamp. This is the holiday card kit from 2020. I actually have the kit in there. I'm just going to push it back like that, all the way back. gonna put this one, and it can go all the way back, but I like to keep them so that it looks like one continuous stadium seating. Put that one in there, and it fits absolutely perfectly. So it goes flush to the edge with this one. So this calyx unit is a bit closer to the wall than the one on the other side, and so if it's flush against the wall, then this will be flush against here when you use the Simon Says stamp box. So as you can see, this nail polish unit will fit perfectly inside of the drawer of the larger drawer of the Alex unit. You cannot fit two. It would be great if you could fit two side by side in here, but you can't. So I just have my Distress Oxides in here because I use them more often, and then I keep my Distress inks, my regular Distress inks down there because I rarely ever use them, so I just keep them down here with some cleaning things. So here is the nail polish holder that I purchased. This is the one that fits perfectly in the Calyx units. So if you want to check that out on Amazon or wherever else you can find it, I will leave the specific information in the link in the information section below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this gave you a few more ideas of how you can use these sorts of acrylic nail polish holders. If you have any ideas, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear other ideas of how people are using these storage trays. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.